Assalamualaikum to everyone who is watching this video presentation. Today, I'll be presenting about Hibah, which is an Islamic contract that revolves around giving something voluntary without expecting any return. Although Hibah may sound simple, it plays a very big role in Islamic wealth planning and financial products. In this presentation, I will walk through the meaning of Hibah, its essential pillars, how the contract works, some issues commonly discussed by scholars, and finally, why Hibah is important for both individuals and Islamic financial institutions. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Ain Sofia binti Lamika. I am currently taking Bachelor in Business Finance. Let's start with the definition of Hibah. Hibah essentially means gifting. In Islamic law, it refers to transferring ownership of a property purely out of generosity. There is no exchange, no payment, and no benefit expected from the other party. A hibah only becomes effective once the receiver accepts the gift and the intention behind it must be sincere. The purpose is to encourage kindness and to build stronger relationships between people. Now, let's take a look to the pillar of hibah. To ensure that a hibah is valid, several elements must be present. First, we have the giver, known as the wahib. Wahib who must truly own the asset and have the capacity to give it away. Second is the mawhub lahu, or the receiver. Receiver must be clearly identified. The third element is the asset itself, called mawhub. It must be something permissible in Islam, beneficial, and clearly known in terms of value and description. Lastly, there must be an offer and acceptance. Figure. This represents the giver starting the gift and the receiver agreeing to accept it, whether verbally, in writing, or through an action. Moving on how to hibah works. The process of hibah is quite straightforward. The giver expresses the intention to transfer an item and the receiver willingly accepts it. The most crucial part is the transfer of possession because the gift only becomes complete once the asset is handed over, the ownership changes. Once the transfer has taken place, the general rule is that hibah cannot be revoked. This shows how serious and binding the act of giving is in Islam, although there is some discussion among scholars for special cases like parents and children. Next, the application of hibah in Islamic finance. In modern Islamic financial system, hibah is applied in various products. For example, in Islamic savings account that use the wadi'ah concept, banks may give customers small reward in the form of hibah. These rewards are not promised upfront, which keep the product Sharia compliant. In takaful surplus, distribution to participants is also commonly given as hibah. Additionally, hibah is widely used in estate planning through instruments like hibah amanah, which allows individuals to transfer assets during their lifetime to ensure smooth distribution later on. In addition, there are few issues related to hibah that often come up. One of them is whether a hibah can be cancelled after it has been accepted. Generally, it cannot be reversed because ownership has already changed, though some scholars allow exceptions in certain situations. Another important issue is documentation. While classical hibah can be done verbally, today's environment, especially when dealing with real estate or financial assets, require proper paperwork to avoid disputes. Hibah is also sometimes confused with wasiyyah or a will. A key difference is that hibah takes effect immediately, while a will only applies after a person death. Lastly, why hibah is important? Hibah has many benefits. It promotes generosity and kindness between individuals, and it also helps reduce conflicts over inheritance because assets can be transferred while the giver is still alive. From a financial perspective, Hibah is an important tool for Islamic institutions because it allows them to give returns or rewards to customers without violating Sharia principles. Overall, Hibah plays a meaningful role in supporting ethical wealth management and encouraging harmony in society. In conclusion, Hibah is a simple yet impactful Islamic contract. It is based on voluntary giving, supported by clear pillars and carried out through a straightforward process. Its relevance in modern Islamic finance shows how Islamic contracts continue to provide practical solutions today. Thank you for your attention.